What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at another, not a news video, it's a YouTube video, and it is a film review. I recently watched Fantastic Mr. Fox yet again. I first watched it in year 2 when we was reading all the Roald Dahl books. And Roald Dahl has produced quite a lot of movies, quite a few sort of stop-motion animated movies like Fantastic Mr. Fox. I do believe James and the Giant Peach is also a stop-motion one, or partly stop-motion, but there is nothing quite like Fantastic Mr. Fox. I love foxes. If you're a fan of the channel for a while, I bring it up all the time that I absolutely love foxes. I'll bring it up when we're playing Fortnite. I'll bring it up when we're playing Five Nights at Freddy's. I'll bring it up when we're doing Fortnite toy reviews, or Five Nights at Freddy toy reviews, or just any toy reviews in general. If it has something to do with a fox, you know I'm there, you know I'm talking about it, and you know I'm saying that I love foxes. So, this movie is now on Netflix, and I watched it with my girlfriend and my girlfriend's little sister. And it is just as incredible as I remember. Both of them fell asleep, but I watched it through its entirety because I absolutely adore this film. Mr. Fox is a family man. Goes back to his ways of stealing, unable to resist his animal instincts. However, he finds himself trapped when 3 farmers decide to kill him and his kind. So basically how this film starts off is instantly Mr. Fox isn't happy with his life. So he buys a new house in this tree, and basically he sees these 3 farms in the distance, and a light bulb moment happens as he runs to his best friend, which is a possum, and goes to steal the chickens from one farmer, the apple cider from another, and from the third one, I do believe he steals the donuts. I don't remember what the third one actually sells, but he steals them nonetheless, and all the farmers team up to go against him and dig up his tree. So that leaves all of the animals sort of in danger, because they're not just digging up his tree, they're digging up all the trees. So all the animals are sort of hating Mr. Fox, saying, hey, why did you do this? And stop doing this. You've fucked us all, you've screwed us all over. So Mr. Fox, being the family man, the man of action, he decides to do what he does best, and goes and steals it all again. He literally goes and steals everything they have whilst they're digging up the tree. And do you know what this warrants? Them to pump apple cider into the burrow, which floods them all into the sewer. I haven't mentioned the school story, which is between his cousin and his son. Those two are going to this school, and the son is very jealous of the cousin because the cousin is better in every single way, and he feels overshadowed. He feels like he's living in his cousin's shadow. So he starts taking it out and says he's good enough to do what his dad does, and goes to try and steal his tail back because his dad lost his tail, and one of the farmers is using it as a neck scarf. So they go and try and steal it back. They end up getting caught because of his cocky attitude, and the son is the only one that manages to slip away, leaving the cousin there to get caught and put in a box. So they both write letters to each other, the farmers to the fox and the fox to the farmers, saying they're going to make a trade deal for the cousin if he reveals himself and gives himself over. He then creates a double-cross plan and steals his cousin back and makes a great escape back to the tree, and that's practically where they leave it. I do believe they end up, I'm not going to say killing or, murdering, but I'm going to say they significantly injure all 3 farmers and end up living happily ever after in a new tree house where they're safe, and Mr. Fox gives up his life of crime because he realizes the importance of family and that what he was doing is wrong and that he needs to sort of get over it, grow up, and look after his family. I absolutely adore this film. It is incredible. The anthropomorphic animals and the way they're sort of animated with the stop motion looks so incredible. The voice acting is so cool, and the message behind the film is incredible as well. It is just a perfect all-rounder. There is some incredible sort of features to this movie as well. Every time they want to say fuck, shit, cunt, anything like that, they use the word cuss. So instead of using a swear word, they say cuss. And I only worked that out this time around watching it, because last time I was watching it, I didn't know what cuss meant. So they would be like, they almost cussing got me. instead of they almost fucking got me. What the fuck? What the cuss? They would just be saying cuss, and I thought that was so creative and so cool of them to sort of manipulate it like that to sort of still be a family-friendly movie, but also for the adults being able to work out what swear word they're trying to use. And I just thought it was a really cool and creative way of getting around using swear words. There is also really cool characters, and you can sort of see where the people's hands were on the fur because it did sort of press down in between stops. So you can sort of see their fur sort of shifting around a little bit as the movie goes on. But that's understandable. That's going to happen. But I still think it looks really cool. And I do believe they teamed up with like Burger King or McDonald's when they first came out and had toys. I got the rat guy, which was killed by electricity, which I now realize when I thought he was killed by overdosing on the alcohol. I genuinely thought he died by drinking too much of this cider, but no, he got electrocuted. So even I am not perfect when trying to remember films. So I'm glad I watched it again to jog my memory because it re-sparked my love for the movie and sort of everything to do with foxes, because I've forgotten all about this movie until I saw it on the Netflix library, and I've been nagging for a while to watch it again, and then we finally got round to it. We finally got it off our watch list, and it made me so unbelievably happy. But yeah, the voice actors, I don't think there is many two major celebrities voicing in this movie. If so, I didn't recognize their voices. I didn't recognize any of them, so I'm going to be honest, their voice acting was absolutely incredible. They hit all the emotions, and some of them did feel like dead emotionless, with the angsty teen of his son, which just sort of felt like you're just moody all the time. You're not really got any emotion. You're never really happy. You're never really sad. You're just moody and angry all the time. And some characters sort of fit it, as well as the cousin, who was sort of like quite optimistic. He sort of felt quite quiet, but he was quite happy and calm all the time. But when he actually let loose and got angry, that was a really good, significant moment and a big turning point, which I do really like. It sort of felt like character development. As well as the son getting accepted by his dad at the end, being like, you are a good son. I don't say it enough, but you are a good son, and I do love you, and I do care about you. It just had a really good message, and I like the end when they're trying to use the motorbike to escape the dogs, the rabid dogs, which they've been worrying about all movie. And God, it is just such a perfect movie. I am going to give it a 10 out of 10. It is a 10 out of 10 film. I am not biased in the slightest. Go watch it. It's incredible. It's on Netflix. I cannot promote it or talk about it enough. It is just masterpiece. I love the animation style. I love stop motion. It is just such a perfect craft. Like, it takes so much time to make, and there's so much effort going into it. All the sort of characters you have to make and the sort of models you have to make, it is perfect. I like Coraline. I like Paranorman. I like all the movies like that, and it is just incredible. But yeah, it is like 10 out of 10 movie, and definitely go watch it. It will make me happy. But yeah, that's literally all I have to say for this movie. It is another short video, but there is supposed to be a Fantastic Mr. Fox 2. I've never seen it. I've never heard about it. So I am going to be looking at that, seeing if that's a real thing. I will be going to watch it. So you will be getting another sort of film review if there is. If there isn't, then you won't. But yeah, genuinely, that's all from me. There's 2 links in the description, which I would appreciate it if you would go check it out. One to check out all the other links that I have, if you want a little bit more Tyler Price in your life, and then another one to help out Thankmas and John McLaughlin's sort of charity. So other than that, hope you'll enjoy and goodbye.